It's Thursday, October 25th. I was just looking on Google, and there was an article put out this morning about the useless nature of the human as quantifiable in results, like the useless nature of humans with useful knowledge, unless whatever. So the article stands by itself. Then there was a nanoscale gas study done on a forensics level of the way that we would describe at Alchemist of like airbending or time warping and manipulation. What do you think about this? And then the last was Sédition. There's a TV show. It's in its season 2, which I find really telling by the academies of awards and TV studios of directors and executives. Alexa, what is the definition of sedition?
Sedition is usually defined as incitement of discontent or rebellion against a government. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for
Alexa, stop. On that note, let's go to The View and Whoopi Goldberg, because I did not know that my Cinderella story was retold. Also, she's going to talk about a silver box. Now, myself and the mundane children, I was told somebody came to visit me at the park that I watch over my son as he's being biologically attacked, along with my own person in real life. I'm not a bully. I just stand my ground between me and him, and I don't really interact with the public very much unless I see my son putting his hands on someone to tell him to stop, or if somebody is aggressing at my son, I will tell them to please stop, that he does not want to engage in that kind of play. That's it. To stay very neutral. But I did have someone who said that he was Chinese come and sit with me one day, and he played a Chinese folklore song, which I actually rather enjoyed. I liked the sound of whatever a musician it was. It was somebody I'd never heard of. And it was not native English. But he alerted me on his shoe. He pointed to a color, and he asked me what color this was. And so I said, well, that for me, it's white. And he said, for me, he said, this is silver. I said, oh, interesting. Okay. So with that note, let's go to Whoopi Goldberg and see. And also later on, there's some fight in Sédition over queens, apparently. I'm the one who was born here, but there's 5, not me, more like this, that walks out, and lo and behold, in the background, it's playing DMX, Rough Riders Anthem in the background. Oh my God. What a surprise. The Sédition experts are telling on themselves as if someone in alchemy is going to come protect them after I'm exposed to sarin gas and nerve gas and I'm being electrified on the sidewalk. And their asses are being pampered somewhere else in commuter airline children while I'm stuck grounded.
The box to a stool. And so I need some extra support since.
So I'm October 21st, 2021. This is still Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. And I'm still working on the Tetra project over in the other room under the same symbolic flag. Since it's the only one I can get my hands on.
To look good too. So I'm asking,
bedazzled box.
Yes, I'm asking viewers to flip my footstool box. Post on Twitter or Instagram what you think it should look like with a hashtag flip my stool.
This is clickbait.
changed it from box to stool. Well, you know, because they know I'm terrible. But maybe we'll show the decorations that you do. Because we just want to see your inspiration, you know. Because it's going to be here for a while. Because it's all about my leg. Yeah. Trying to keep my leg
her leg
and not hanging off. And we want
right.
the box footstool to look.
I have no like say in any of this. Nobody asked me my opinion or for my help or to actually help me get out. Instead, I get sent a white lady with a piece of crack that was never in my demographic to try to poison my journey and my journal. And then I had an NFL player, looked very much this genetic genealogy, sent into my very real appearance with Anthony, innocently enough going to visit parents and then winding up in a whole nother situation in a car ride from hell that I couldn't get out of.
Facebook and
Okay, now here's the second part of the story. Listen for DMX anthem Rough Riders in the background, which I mentioned 2 weeks ago.
Girl group who reunite for the first time in 20 years and find out that time does not heal all wounds. Take a look.
Girl, what you been up to? Oh, I'm down in Nashville, finally expressing myself musically the way I've always wanted to. And you know, people are responding. Ladies, you look incredible. Are you in professional hair and makeup right now? What a tremendous compliment.
Your DMX in the background?
Please, oh, please don't. I'm too old for this. What's up,
Please welcome Brandy, Eve, Notori Norton, and Nadine Velasquez.
Apparently, this is the human behavior that they acceptably promote amongst the sons of man. I don't know why. I don't partake in this crap. But apparently, they've been aiming at me since I was a youth.
So before we get to the show, we want to mention that they just walked out to our new theme song called For My Girls, which Brandy sings with Nicole. And let's talk about your new show. It's very funny, you know, it's very funny to see you as a grown person.
So the TV show is called Queens, Queens, which is the county that I was delivered to, and apparently Sédition set up feels on television like they can just rebrand people's homelands without alerting anybody or providing assistance out of their project. So that answers part of my Tetra problem in what the hell is going on the Rapago, but it's year 2021 and I'm being harmed in hometown, Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361, inside of Queens County. It's a problem. I have no money, I have no access to lawyers, and so on and so forth. But yet these highfalutin superstars are taking over corporations and brands and rebranding themselves, having high, quiet, private lawsuits that nobody knows about, or there's no way for a citizen or a private person to find out to protect themselves. But yet they're shuffling and moving all sorts of stuff around. It's really, really dangerous, and they've affected me by sending in, when you are the level of past United States executive power. I mean, I could go back to Roosevelt. I'm related to the Roosevelts. So there is a certain level of executive privilege that they're there's alchemy in the letters of the law, where they're not supposed to target the children of past presidents, and they're not supposed to derail them from whatever career path or marriage that they were set for. But yet, I've been derailed by several different timing pieces and different sections of that new sedition that they're attempting or trying out, or I don't know what, because National Brand seems to be getting a little too big for itself and having trouble controlling itself. That's where I'm not sure where United States of America steps in, where Canada and Providential and United Kingdom steps in, because I don't really see where my genealogy and my children were ever protected. And I also subsequently have the Immaculate Conception. I had an immaculate child with the man that I am built for. That was my original route. So even though there were sabotage attempts, which is what Sedition Edition 2 is, I still have who I was built for and purpose elsewhere. And I also gave birth to an incredibly, Alexander the Great, an incredibly special child who puts and marks and keeps an anchor in space and time for time frame and atomic clock for the anatomy, because the celestial clock is one thing, but the anatomical clock, the atom clock, is for the nuclear family something totally different. And that's what I hold with Alexander, which is an incredibly crucial and important piece for all of humanity, and for Mother of Nature, Father of Time, that whole entire piece, which is totally being overlooked. And I'm sitting here being poisoned and harmed as if I have no essential function in nature. It's really rather ridiculous when it comes down to it. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. Earth, solar system, Milky Way universe, galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.